Hello, YouTube. This is Matthew, and yes, you are looking at it straight from the Shinigamis themselves. Death Note, the complete anime series on Blu-ray. I'm gonna be talking to you guys about the audio and video quality, and not how great this anime is, because the anime is great and you should watch it anyway. Right off the bat, we are looking at the cover. It's a traditional Blu-ray cover, nothing too special. I was expecting a little bit something more sturdy, but beggars can't be choosers. It was cheap. Hardly complain for a complete series for the price that I paid for it back in the day. So it's super cheap now. But let's get into it right off the bat. Front and back, traditional, nothing series. This series is in 1080p with lossless DTS and DTS HD audios. So right off the bat, I'm digging the disc. I'm super digging these. These give like this Castlevania vibe. So super creepy, super beautiful artwork. Disc 1, disc 2, disc 3, disc 4, and disc 5 right here at the end. So each disc has about 7 to 8 episodes in it, and each episode runtime is about 23 minutes, give or take. Um, yeah, there's nothing really too much to talk about this. It's pretty sturdy. I mean, it's not that great in terms of sturdiness, but it is sturdy. I mean, it's easily scratchable, as you can see here. Um, but yeah, let's jump into the audio and video quality, and let's see what we're dealing with here in terms of how good they did this Blu-ray transfer. So let's move it along. Okay, so right along, due to copyrights, I cannot show you full length videos. So I'll be showing you screenshots of different scenes so we can talk about the video quality. And right off the bat, Death Note is presented in 1080p, obviously, in a 1.78 to 1 aspect ratio. So there is no black letter bars. This will fill up your entire widescreen TVs. And I couldn't find anything on the web, but all of the unofficial sources that are not affiliated with Viz Media in any way, shape, or forms all say this is a 1080p upscale. So this was upscaled from their I'm not certain if it's their TV broadcast or their DVDs. Since I don't own the DVDs, I can't verify. But considering that this doesn't have those televised breaks, I'm assuming this is upscaled from their old DVD release and upscaled and sharpened to 1080p. But there's no confirmation as of today from Viz Media or from the third parties whether this is 1080p upscale from the TV broadcast or if it's from their older DVD release. But it doesn't mean it's a bad transfer. It's actually a pretty decent transfer. There's some good sharpness going on. It's not too overly sharp, so actually there's no haloing, stuff like that. It has a nice decent sharpness. There's clarity even on the dark scenes, so actually you can still make out details and stuff like that. The lines are super crisp as well. There's nothing too noticeable in terms of pixelation or over sharpening or unnecessary blurriness. This does look like a pretty decent transfer nonetheless. Only when we get into the split screen moments or trying to figure out only when we get into the split screen moments where the image starts to break up a bit and we can start to see some minor pixelations and some minor blurriness. But dude, those are rare occurrences, and unless you're like glued straight into the TV, you're probably not gonna notice it because you're gonna be too busy enjoying how great this anime is. But Yeah, I think what is the benefit to this transfer is the color palette, especially in like the Shinigami realms that have like this monochromatic look to it, with little bursts of colors here and there. So while it's not real vivid, because of this upscale, it really does help. And the series as a whole is not as vivid as some of the other anime series that I watched, but it's still great. Overall, in this time period and this time period of this Blu-ray release, it was actually done pretty well. Some other anime series that had a Blu-ray release was Sailor Moon season 1 part 1, and Viz Media completely butchered that. So yeah, overall, I will give the video quality maybe 3 to 3.5 out of 5 stars, give or take. Um, it's decent for what it is, but overall, since this is an upscale, it's not as good as it could be. This is the Tubi. This is the Tubi stream. Tubi is streaming this in 720p with a pretty decent bit rate. Um, since this is an upscale, it's not that great, but it's still clear. Moving along, we have the Crunchyroll. Now. Obviously, between Tubi TV and Crunchyroll, we are getting maybe a 1.5 pixel increase on each access. So actually, Crunchyroll obviously renders this at 1080p with a decent bit rate. So moving from the Tubi to the Crunchyroll, the image is sharper, it's cleaner, it's more detailed. Now moving on to the official Blu-ray release, this is where it gets interesting because it doesn't look that much better than the Crunchyroll. And this is where upscales really struggle with in terms of the video quality, is when it's comparing to streaming services. It's a tad bit sharper, it's a tad bit cleaner, but because this is an upscale, but what is great and what is probably the saving grace of this Blu-ray set, and probably why you should get this Blu-ray set over the DVD, is the audio quality. Once again, the audio quality has been beautifully transferred. We are getting complete lossless DTS and DTS HD's audio in English, Japanese, Portuguese, and Spanish, I believe. I'm not too sure if those are all the audios. I should have wrote down notes for them, but yeah. So not only you're getting English and Japanese, but you're getting also Portuguese and Spanish. So if you're Hispanic, want to listen to it in Spanish, you actually can. That's one of the beautiful things about this transfer, is they didn't just add English and Japanese, they actually added other languages. So the mix are excellent no matter what audio you chose. Every single audio is in complete lossless DTS and DTS HD. So no matter where you're listening to this, either from your TV's built-in audio speakers or from a surround sound set, the audio is going to come out clear. The dialogue does not get muffled with the music. Everything is completely distinguishable and perfectly audio. I mean, I don't even know what else to say. Like, the audio in this thing is very well done. The dynamic range that it has, it's just amazing. It's probably the best thing about this set. So yeah. Um thank you so much for watching. If you like this review, please give it a thumbs up, like this video, comment, and if you want to see more reviews of some of the anime films and series that I have collected, comment below and subscribe to see more videos like this review. And as always, guys, have an awesome day.